The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to a late night special edition of the Phixated Podcast. And Regz, two things. One, mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
And number two, the Phillies have freaking life, buddy.
I hate myself that I allowed that to happen. For those of you that may have tried to listen to our last episode, I upgraded my operating system on my computer and didn't check our recording software that my microphone wasn't recording. So you get to hear Mr. Azalina talk and give his thoughts on everything. So, you know, I kept it up because that's worth it. I feel like it's worth it to hear your thoughts and at least have something out there for everybody. But Azzy texted me as I was going to my son's baseball practice, and I wanted to punch my steering wheel because it was a fun episode. It was a long one, and I haven't done that in quite a while. I haven't screwed up a recording in quite a bit, so
It's okay, buddy.
God damn it.
It's okay. So for those of you that want to listen to that episode and the meanderings of games 1 and 2, all you got to do is fast forward every time I stop talking.
Yeah, until you hear somebody talk again.
Until I start talking again. I did not listen. I typically only listen to like the first, portion of our shows anyway. But as soon as I saw that you had, and I went to YouTube to be like, I wonder if it's just the audio. And then I went to YouTube and you still didn't talk on there.
Oh,
so I did not listen, but it is kind of funny to think like it's me talking to air for like an hour and a half.
It is. And it will, remain there in perpetuity because this is what we do on this podcast. We don't sugarcoat. We don't mince words. Yeah. This is real life, baby.
And if you're interested in the meanderings of one man and his responses to another man, then about the baseball team, then go check it out.
And really, you could just add in your own commentary at that point. You can maybe try and guess with what I'm saying. We can make it a little game.
I asked the question, and you give the answer as That's the audio listener.
That's right.
As we sit here tonight or this morning, it's 12:37 a.m. I texted Regz, I'm not going to sleep. He said, me neither. I said, do you want to jump on and record? He said, sure, because I messed up the last one anyway. But we are here at this point and in good moods because the Phillies team that we thought could show up showed up tonight. It took them two games to show up, unfortunately. And honestly, in all honesty, Regz, it still very well could be too little too late.
Yes.
We might climb back on here tomorrow and have a very different tone. But I will say that if the team who showed up tonight against Yamamoto shows up against Tyler Glasnow tomorrow, they're not losing tomorrow. And I'm very confident in saying that. I'm not even like 50% confident. I'm not even 20% confident. If this version of the Phillies offense shows up tomorrow night, they're not losing tomorrow night. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
And we'll get into why here in a moment. I'm going to do 3 immediate takeaways, and then I want to hear your thoughts. There's a lot to still criticize Rob Thompson about in games 1 and 2, but he got it right tonight. The Nola start was right. The Ranger coming in was right. I understand the home run on the first pitch. It is what it is. But Ranger was absolutely incredible. So both of those things in the bag at the same time is something that I want to acknowledge. The second is that 1 through 3 did the job. They did the job tonight. They were 7 for 13. With 1 strikeout. It was a big spot, to be fair. It was a spot where we needed something.
It could have been more, quite honestly.
It could have been. But they did make Yamamoto come in the zone. Bryce hitting the ball to left field is a great sign. Both of those, and Trey looking like Trey was just so important for us to see as a fan base. The last thing is the 8th inning being what it was and pushing Joan, because we went from needing 6 outs from Joan Duran tonight to, well, we have 6 outs of Joan Duran tomorrow, plus Matt Strom, plus you could probably get another batter out of Orion Kerkering.
Yeah, it was
if
only 11 pitches. Yep.
And he looked awesome, by the way. And you also have Christopher Sanchez tomorrow. Like, the dominoes are lining up for you to get back to Citizens Bank Park on Saturday. Those are the 3 big takeaways for me. The Nola Ranger thing worked. 1 through 3 did the job, and that big inning saved their best arm for one of this team's most important games in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I think a huge kudos to Nola and Ranger for pitching the way they did. I'm going to be very honest. I was very nervous for Aaron Nola to go out there and start that game.
We all were.
Extremely nervous. I'm like, well, he's going to hang a curveball to Ohtani and he's going to put it 4,000 feet into right field. And then it's over. The game's over. If Ohtani hits a leadoff homer, the game's over. It spirals from there. And credit Aaron. He got out of a jam. He did his job. I think we were all questioning, Ranger throws 1 pitch and gets a homer, like against, a guy who's, again, a switch hitter. But credit to Aaron. He did his job. He came in and did what he had to do to keep this team in it. And I know it's frustrating to give up a run, especially the first run. I really did. I got very nervous when they scored first. And I texted you this. I was like, their tendency in these situations is to start pressing because they feel like they have to get it back in one swing. And look, Kyle came,
which he did.
Kyle did with another ridiculous home run that I've never seen go to that part of Dodger Stadium. But it was my concern. It's like, well, I felt like we had to score first to have a chance to to get some kind of momentum in this game. And credit to Ranger, 1 run against that lineup coming out of the bullpen in a weird, your warm-up's not the same. You're in the, all the stuff that goes along with it. Huge credit to him. And I think from an offensive standpoint, I'm very happy that last inning happened because no lead is ever enough in the playoffs. No lead is enough.
Especially against this team.
I was nervous when Tanner had to come in because we let Ohtani get back up with 2 guys on. And you're like, that means they're only down 2 if he puts this out.
3. It would have been. Yeah, it would have been 8-5.
Okay, so, but still, that place well, there weren't that many people left, but the people who were there go nuts. But it's just, this team sometimes would they'd score a bunch of runs and then they wouldn't score anymore. We saw it a bunch of times over the regular season. You can't have that mentality in the playoffs this is enough tonight.
Yeah.
You can't have it. And they didn't do a great job in some instances of recognizing the moment, but they got it done. And they still have life.
Well, a couple of things off of that. For as much as, the Phillies didn't get it done because we were getting very frustrated and worried about how much they were leaving on the table, how much meat they were leaving on the bone. Ranger would not let the Dodgers answer.
Yeah.
He just refused to let them answer, even innings where they got base runners. The Max Muncy double play ball was absolutely enormous. Enormous for him to get. Now, I really am surprised that they did not pinch hit for Muncy in that spot.
Yeah.
Because that was a spot to use Rojas.
Yeah.
that's the spot you use Rojas, because Muncy is not good against lefties. I know he got Ranger the at bat before, but that was almost fool's gold. I mean, he's hitting like 137 against lefties or something like that. So what a big moment for Ranger. I want to go back to the Ohtani point, because I do think there was a different reason why he went to get Tanner Banks there. I don't know that it was, oh, well, we don't want to make this a 3-run game, because if you clear the bases, you still got to get 2 base runners to tie the game, right? I honestly believe it was, hey, we've been getting this guy out, and if he hits a ball over the fence and sees one go over the fence, this could really get bad for us. I think that was the reason they went and got Tanner Banks. I don't think it was about an 8-5 game versus an 8-2 game. I think that, if Taijuan gives up a home run, they believe that Taijuan can get one more out before I truly think that Rob Thompson's thought process was, we can't let this guy see a ball go over the fence. And not that Ohtani's not going to, I'm still waiting for the backbreaker. The guy had a big hit on Monday to make it a 4-0 game. But it still just feels like the Phillies have done the job with him, and you just wait for it. I think you said it to me tonight. Someone texted me tonight, here it comes, when he came up at one point. There's just so much good that happened tonight. JT had good swings on the baseball. Multiple good. JT, those 5 days off for JT seem like they have done a world of difference for him offensively. It looks like his arms are back. He's driving the ball to right field. It's especially like not just the 5 days, but in the playoffs, you get like a day off every other day. So that's been, I think, a real key for him. Bryson Stott looks incredible. Like every at bat with Bryson looks like Bryson Stott again. We talked about the top 3. Bomer had some good swings tonight. Even Marsh making 2 or 3 outs, hit the ball hard 3 times.
Yeah, that last one he hit hard too.
Well, the last one, and the line drive he hit to Teoscar a couple innings before that. He had great swings. The only guy offensively that looked like trash was Nick. And obviously there are some people out there reprimanding him in right field, because that's who's at fault for bad at bats and such. But outside of that, the rest of the offense, they looked like the team we watched all of July, or the second part of July, all of August, and most of September. The team that was making pitchers come in the zone, the team that was making pitchers throw good strikes, hittable strikes. Yamamoto is not a joke. Like, this is a dude who had gone 27 innings without allowing a run. 27 innings. They got him out in the fifth. He came out with I think he came out with no one out in the 5th.
Yeah.
So he went 4+. Like, he's going to finish in the top 3 of Cy Young voting. And this Phillies team went into Dodger Stadium and knocked him out in the 5th inning. That is enormous. This is not some I know they got most of their runs in the 8th inning off of washed Clayton Kershaw, but that's fine. Really, when you think about tomorrow, I know it's Tyler Glasnow right now. There's a chance they could say they're going to Ohtani come tomorrow.
Yeah.
That would not shock me at all.
Yeah.
If they decided to go to Shohei tomorrow. I honestly would question them if they didn't, because if you're sitting in that Dodgers clubhouse right now, your best chance to win is Ohtani with Glasnow, Sheehan, and Sasaki behind them.
Yeah.
If you go into tomorrow with Glasnow, who's at best a 5-6 inning pitcher, you've got to find 4 innings with a bullpen. Sheehan didn't really impress me in Philly. The Phillies got to him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The Phillies got to him on Monday night. They scored a run off of him. And Glasnow, they got base run. I think they had 4 base runners off of him in an inning and a third. They scored 5 off of him in April. I do believe that the Dodgers really have to look deep here and decide, look, we don't want to go back to Philadelphia. And our best chance in doing that is putting Shohei on the mound tomorrow afternoon. Look, if we get to the game and it's Glass now, I think we're feeling good. Not that the Phillies are going to come out and shell him. He's still a good pitcher. And the shadows are going to be out. And you know how I feel about shadows.
My God, yeah.
But that's also an advantage for Christopher Sanchez, who's already right on top of you when he pitches as it is. Now you've got to add the shadows to that. So it's not, it's not an advantage one way. I also wonder how close Harrison Bader is.
We need him. God, Marsh. He's just
it sounds like he was pretty close today.
Yeah, it sounded. Well, look, I think at the very least we can say he was better than he was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Which is good, which means he's progressing, which means maybe there's a chance. I think they even said that he could run the bases. He's just not at the point where he feels comfortable enough to like chase down fly balls in center field.
And I don't know if that changes in 12 hours.
Right. Right.
Could it change in 36?
Yes, absolutely.
Like if they were to force a game 5 back in Philly, I think Harrison Bader would play.
I agree. Yeah.
On Saturday. I think, we're really close to Bader being able to play. And if they went into Citizens Bank in game 5 and it was Ohtani or Snell, like if they would decide we're going to go with Snell, having Bader in that lineup is game changing for the Phillies. They really miss his defense. Marsh had 2 balls tonight.
Oh my God.
The diving ball Bader catches standing.
Yeah.
And the second ball, like Brandon just cannot come in on a baseball. It's crazy to me.
He doesn't see it off the bat. Like it's just very clear that he in center field he doesn't know what it's doing.
No. I just I want to go back to the Ranger thing. I know we're all over the place right now, and it's just because of I think the fact they won the game.
Yeah.
I think we were all hoping that they would win the game. None of us wanted them to get swept. This team has done way too much this year to go out limping. But when we saw the Nola thing, like you said earlier, we were like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah.
And going back to the Marsh instance, we really owe Aaron Nola like this huge apology. You texted me, Brandon Marsh should give him his game check, because striking out both Teoscar Hernandez with runners on first and third and Will Smith with the bases loaded is just insane.
Yeah.
Like insane.
For a guy who has like a
first and third. I'm sorry. Has like runner on third when he struck out.
For a guy who has a 7+ ERA, like in the first inning this year.
Yeah. Well, he knew he was only going through the order one time.
Right. So
he came out pumping 94, 95. The breaking ball was sharp. Look, this is really getting ahead of putting the cart before the horse here. But I think you and I would both agree that at this point, watching him in that game against that team one time through gives you a little bit of hope that if they were to play in an NLCS, you could give him the ball in game 3, let him go through a lineup against the Brewers or the Cubs one time, and hand the ball off to Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, I think we would feel pretty confident after what this was the best Dodger lineup that they've put out the entire series. When I saw the lineup, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way we're getting out of this game, getting out of the first time through without a run.
Yeah.
Like, Will Smith was hitting 5th tonight. Muncy was hitting 6th tonight. Like, they were just top to bottom. Freaking Tommy Edman was hitting 5th the other night, was hitting 9th tonight. This is the best lineup in baseball, at least what's left of the playoff teams. The Dodgers they're the it. And Nola worked through them really well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The first inning was trouble because of the Marsh play. And then he kind of carved up the second inning.
Yeah.
Well, it was the only 1, 2, 3 inning.
Yeah.
So there's definitely comments there, but I do want to talk about Ranger and just how good this guy is. I don't think we've talked all year about, oh, he's probably the last guy that I bring back. But good Lord, Regz, like, good Lord, his career road postseason ERA is 0.41. That cannot even be processed in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
A road ERA in the playoffs of 0.41.
I mean, and let's just talk about tonight. You're coming out of the bullpen, which I know he's done before, but it's not his usual, like, he's not used to it. It happens once in a blue moon in the playoffs. And then gives up a first pitch home run.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys like lose it after that. And he just didn't. He just hung in there. And again, if you would say that Ranger even went, what did he go? 4 innings? 4 1/3?
No, he went 4.
4. Okay. So even if you said, let's just say he had been the starter of the game, and maybe, like you say, his pitch count, did he go 5?
Yeah, because Kirkring pitched the 8th and then Walker pitched.
So there
the 9th.
you go. Even better.
Yeah.
Even if you said in a playoff game, Ranger went out there, gave you 5, maybe his pitch count got high, but he only gave up 1 run. You'd be like, yeah, I'll take that for sure. Yeah. So to do it in that circumstance and with how it started, like you said, on the road against this Dodgers team, that dude is just the ultimate nails, and it'll suck to see him not in a Phillies uniform. It's a real bummer.
Going back to what you said about, like, coming out of the bullpen, I think that's why Rob so badly wanted him to start an inning.
Yeah.
Because, obviously Edman hitting from the left side is not as good as Edman hitting from the right side, but that's probably what Rob desired there. But after that, it was, like you said, he just kind of cruised. He had traffic here and there, but he never wavered. Striking out Freddie Freeman twice is not an easy thing to do at all. Striking out Freddie Freeman once swinging is something in and of itself, but to get him twice is a whole nother level. And Orion Kirkring coming in the 8th. Yeah, I know it's an 8-1 game. I get that, but carving up Betts, Teoscar, and Freddie with like 3 broken background balls
and doing it in 11 pitches.
Yes.
So he's not spent like for tomorrow if you absolutely need him.
And to go back to your original point about, not letting this game get close, there's getting it through the 8th inning. That part of the order there is really important.
Yeah.
Because if they even get 2 runs, 5 is striking distance.
Yeah, they're starting to feel something.
Yep. 5 is striking distance for that lineup, especially with how deep it was tonight. So it was important for him to come in and get those 3 guys out. Regz, I don't have much more that I want to add here. I loved, Kyle's swings. I really didn't love what happened when they had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out.
Yeah.
You got to get runs there. The Kyle strikeout was horrific. The Bryce pop-up was bad. Having 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and then, the fly out or the line out with Bryce, like he swung at 2 balls, and then the pickoff, also not good. They continue to be a dumb team in general.
Yeah.
The Marsh dive was dumb. I'm not in the mindset of Bryce running from 1st to 3rd is dumb. I know that some people are, but I think they needed it. Like, I think they are in such a place that they need to make something happen.
Yeah.
And look, Bryce is always going to be aggressive. It's who he is. He forced them to make a play. And the Dodgers, for the first time in the series, didn't make a play.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Teoscar Hernandez the other night probably shouldn't have run on that ground ball.
Right.
but he forced us to try and make a play, and we didn't make a play. And tonight, Paez didn't make a play. And not only did we get one run as a result of it, we got two. So say that it's dumb, say that it's bad base running, but it panned out. It panned out and it worked. And without it, if he goes to second, Brandon Marsh comes up and flies out to left field.
Yeah.
And now it's first and second with 2 outs.
Yep.
It's a very different inning.
Yeah.
It's a very different inning. It's 1-1 versus 3-1. And now every inning, the pressure mounts more and more and more. So I appreciated the aggressiveness. Regz, my last thing, and then if you have anything else to add, please do. All of the pressure is now on the Dodgers. All of it. Point blank. The Phillies came into this with, we got nothing to lose. And they're still playing with house money. Like, to them, it's, if we win, awesome, we're going back home. They have to fly all the way back across the country to play us in our place. If we lose, no one expected us to win anyway when we got here. You know, the Dodgers, on the other hand, defending world champions, how much? $1 billion payroll, whatever it is. Like, all of the pressure is now on them. All of a sudden, 1 through 3 for the Phillies went 7 for 13. 1 through 3 for the Dodgers struggled tonight. The pressure is on them. That's why I really think we're going to wake up tomorrow to the announcement that Shohei Ohtani is pitching.
Yeah.
Do you have any other thoughts?
Just a plea, like, just please bring the mentality of next guy.
Yep.
Next
That was
guy.
what it was tonight. Yep.
Just bring that mentality back. This team is at its best offensively when that's the mindset. Finally, we saw some balls go the other way, like to opposite field. JT, you talked about. Bryce put a ball or two the opposite way. Bohm, we know, does it. Trey up the middle all night long. Just keep the mindset. You don't have to go out and boat rush it by hitting everything over the fence. You guys have proven that you can have this. Get the next guy up to the plate. Get the next guy up to the plate, and you can do this. Don't lose that mentality.
Yep.
Let Sanchi go shove, and don't lose that mentality.
Yep.
And then just give yourselves a chance. I'm not saying it's not a guarantee that we win a game 5. It's not a guarantee that we even get there. But just give yourselves a chance going down as the best possible version of yourselves.
I will say this, Regz, that if they get themselves to a game 5, win or lose, we'll be disappointed with a loss. But we'd be really proud of this team for going out to LA, winning 2 games, and pushing it to a game 5 after the heartbreak that we experienced on Saturday and Monday.
Yeah.
Because they could easily roll over. I'm proud of them tonight. Like, nothing was in their favor tonight. The pitching matchup was not in their favor tonight. The cross-country trip is not in your favor. Playing a 9:00 game on the East Coast when you're finishing it at basically 12:30 at night is not, or 12:30 in the morning is not in your favor. So I'm already proud of them. I will be much more a much prouder papa if tomorrow night they come out and finish the job in LA and get at least one more game back home in Philadelphia to try and do something that no one has done in like over a decade. It would be really cool. It would be really, really cool. So we'll see you tomorrow night, buddy. 6:08. I will be sitting on my couch in the same spot.
Yep.
With the same glass of bourbon in my glass, wound up for another game with Sanchi on the bump. The pitching matchup is advantage Phillies. The momentum is advantage Phillies. So I guess the only question left to ask, what's your Eagles prediction tomorrow?
Yeah. I really hope they just boat race the Giants. I just really hope.
I mean, I don't know that they're going to boat race them with all their injuries, but they should win pretty comfortably. As long as they get out with it, no more injuries,
Yeah.
I'm more than okay.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm more than okay.
Yep.
I'm more than okay. But what, in all seriousness, prediction for tomorrow night, do the Phils get it back home?
My superstitious brain is, I'm not even going to make one. I'm not going to do it. I'm not putting it
All
out
right.
there. I went into tonight with a complete mindset of, I have accepted the fact that we're not moving on. If I just want them to show up, like just go down swinging. So that is my mentality until it's over.
All right. Well, I will do what I did today, which is listen to Alive by Pearl Jam on repeat all day long. Because as of now, this Phillies team is still alive. The pulse is there. It is still there. Tonight had a lot of good signs. And if they can just take this momentum into tomorrow, we'll be playing baseball on Saturday in a winner-take-all game. So with that being said, follow us wherever you follow us. Click subscribe on the YouTube channel. Get all your social media accounts. Just search the Phixated Podcast. You'll find us. And go listen to the previous podcast and answer all of my statements and questions, because that could be a fun game for you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. We love you. We might be back tomorrow night.
We might be back tomorrow night. Either way.
Either way.
We believe in you, boys. Go do it for us.
We do. Go get a win, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. Go Phils.
Oh my God! Deep to right field, way up there and way out of here.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.